We'll call it evening stream. Stream. And just hit that button. Anyone. Save. Okay. So now that I've fixed the issue, I'm sorry, I've got one of these candies in my mouth. I don't know what's been happening to my other streams. I don't know what's been happening to my other streams. Like, they will appear on the channel for a moment and people can view them live, but it will not, like, it won't stay up on the channel. So I don't know if it's just YouTube being YouTube, or if something's actually drastically wrong with something streaming, like something. I might have fixed it, I don't know. But, well, here we are. It's 3:53, Tuesday. I said evening, but I'm gonna call it afternoon. So if you missed out on the last stream, sorry, hold on, I just heard something loud. I don't know what that was. If you missed the last stream, I'm sorry, and it's not available on the channel. Sorry about that. There we go. It's all gone. No, I don't have to. I've got the wrapper here. Got my drink up there. So in this stream, we'll be talking about just some projects that I have, model railroading wise, and just some other things. First of all, let me just say, yesterday was probably the last rail fanning video until Saginaw, which is next week. Saginaw, 24 hours at Saginaw. For those of you who don't know where Saginaw is, Saginaw's in the DFW area. Saginaw, Texas, not Saginaw, whatever you're thinking of, because there's like Saginaw, Michigan, Saginaw, I think Illinois, there's tons of Saginaws. Saginaw, Texas, that's next week. That's 24th and 25th of this month. So if you were going to be there, hey, I'm going to be there too. You'll probably see me. Well, you will see me. Not probably, you will see me. I'll be wearing of course, my UP hat, and probably something along the lines of a UP shirt, or maybe a Beer Stuff shirt. All the shirts I do have don't really, they're men's mediums, and I'm currently wearing a men's large shirt. And so, well, no, I think this might be an extra large, I'm not sure. No, I think that this is a large. Yeah, this is large, and it fits much better. It's longer. So every time I lift my arms, I don't have to worry about my fat self showing, because with the men's mediums, they are short, so I don't tend to wear those too much. So, yeah, with that said, that's probably going to be the last one that we'll see until Saginaw. Last one that you'll see, at least. I probably won't be going at any other times, because tomorrow I've got a follow-up meeting to something I went to a cosplay gala. I'm kind of into cosplay. For those who don't know, cosplay is basically just dressing up. It's just what it says. Costume play. You dress up like your favorite character and you go. We had a whole gala, which it was very fun, and I mean there was 26 other teenagers there. That was not counting myself and the other, 5 planning committee people. So we have a follow-up meeting tomorrow, so I can't go there. I can't go then. I went yesterday already, so I wasn't gonna go again today. Thursday, I get these stupid things on my braces to help my jaw be pulled out. Because I have a misaligned jaw. It's all not gonna be very fun. So I'm probably gonna be sore for quite a few days. So, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm probably not gonna be making any videos. So I'll probably just be laying in bed watching TV constantly. So that's that. And then that next week I'm going anyways because Friday the 24th is like the is when I go. So that's next week. Ignore that. So here, hold on. Let me actually do something just to let them know I'm doing something. Well, I've got a picture here. Got an old picture. My mother told me, because she always ends up interrupting, and it angers me. So my mother told me, put something on your door when you're doing a video or live streaming or whatever. So I'm going to take this old picture of mine, and it's an old picture, it's not needed, and I'm going to tape it to the door so everyone knows. That way no one disturbs me. I could probably just make a sign that says streaming or streaming/video in progress. Knock before you enter. So we'll just cut a little piece of electrical tape here. Okay. Alright, that's done. That just took me a few seconds. So that will be yesterday's video will probably be the last one that you'll see until Saginaw, because the event starts at 7 p.m. in Saginaw, and I'll probably be getting there around like 9, at the latest 10:30, but like anywhere from 8 to 9 depends on when my father gets off of work. Because it varies with him working in the oil field. Sometimes his boss is a royal pain. Sometimes his boss is a royal pain, and ends up just like keeping him for another 6 hours. Sometimes he has to work late. Sometimes his boss is just like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. Sometimes it's a royal pain. It doesn't let him go till like 10 at night. But at this, not in this Friday, but next Friday, he's going to have to be home early enough. Like, if we're packed and, we're ready, we'll probably be on the road and probably get there by at no later than 10:30. So you'll be seeing a ton, and I do mean a ton of trains. Because it's 7 p.m. Friday to 7 p.m. Saturday. So I don't know what's up with my hair, man. So if you couldn't tell, I'm growing my hair back out. If you look back at videos from a couple months ago, you'll see my hair was like freaking mullet length. Might have to turn the fan on here, but it's kind of hot in here with the window open. And I mean, it's not open, but that, and I'm wearing long socks. I mean, they're thin, but they're long. So let's get to, let me turn the fan on. It's going to be noisy. It clicks, it rattles. I don't know what the problem is with it. But, I don't think, see, if you weren't watching the other stream, then you didn't get to hear about this. If you watched it, like, at the time that it was available on YouTube before it just, like, disappeared, then you don't know about this. this is my current setup to keep the scanner on the tripod while I'm filming. And it works like a dream. I tested it yesterday. It works absolutely perfectly, and I was picking up everything. If you listen in the second clip of where the ST70 ACE is leading of yesterday's video, you'll actually hear towards the end. You'll hear the scanner kick on, and so I'm trying to figure out maybe if there's a way that I can get some sort of speaker and attach it to the tripod as well, but put some magnets on there and keep it on the tripod. But I'm not sure. That way you can actually hear it a lot better. But I think it's loud enough as is, and it's just a thing that like one of those phone holders, the cover things that goes over the OtterBox phone cases. It's just taped on there, and it holds it pretty well. The only issue is it's like it holds it crooked. So all I do is I have this rubber band on there, and then I put it like that, and then so it's like that, and then wrapped around once again to create a double loop so it stays on there a lot more securely. So I guess let's get to the projects section that I wanted to talk about. The projects. So this is mostly model railroading projects. I'll also talk about something camera related that if you didn't get to watch the other stream, or if you did before it disappeared off the channel, then you do probably know about what I said, but for those of you who didn't get to see it, I'll explain. So my first project is over here. I give it. This is good grief. People riding sports cars, driving sports cars around. So, this is my first project. It's an Athearn Blue Box Burlington Northern ST40, or current Burlington Northern ST40-2 Athearn Blue Box. I don't know if you can tell, but I did weather this thing quite a bit. But it's in terrible condition. The motor has crapped out. I'm going to swap it out for a new Athearn Genesis line, drive line, and motor, and all that. I'm going to swap in a new decoder, probably just a regular, because there's not that much room inside that shell. So I mean, maybe if there's room for speakers, then okay, yes, then I might do sound. But if there's not, it'll just be non-sound Digitrax, probably DN136PS Digitrax non-sound decoder. But this is going to get completely, the weathering and everything, it's going to get completely stripped of paint, weathering. I don't know about the truck side frames. It's going to be repainted and renumbered and redecaled and everything, and re-weathered. And it's then super detailed while it's stripped of paint and weathering. It's going to be super detailed. All the molded on detail, that's going to be taken off. I'm going to look at prototype photos of, I've got a couple of them, of those ST40-2s that are in the Odessa yard that I saw last time. I was actually up at the Odessa yard. The second time, not the second time, the third time I was up at the Odessa yard on the other side, on the mainline side of the tracks. There were some ST40-2s doing the switching. So I'm going to model off of one of those. My glasses need to be adjusted, don't they? So it's going to be repainted, renumbered, prototype specific details put on, so on and so forth. And it's going to be super detailed. Now I did something cool to the cab. I don't know if you can see it. But I put windows in. Now that the cab on this thing comes off, and I think they all do that on Blue Box locomotives. The cab just kind of slides out of place. So, the original windows that came with, when I got this thing, the original windows it came with were rather, they were quite nice, but there was an issue. When I weathered this thing, I weathered it with powders. So, simply speaking, I put dull coat on, and the dull coat just kind of, it fogged over the windows. And I was like, oh crap. So I took the windows out, and in the process of taking the windows out, they actually broke. They were so brittle that they broke. So I just ended up just pulling them out and just throwing them away. I took some plastic packaging, and there you go. There's plastic packaging in all the windows now, and it looks just as fantastic as, any other, windows that you would have on, any other model locomotive. And I'm just I'm blown away by how simple and cheap and easy it was. I might put up a tutorial on how to do it. But that's the first project. That's the first one. The second one is a backdrop for the layout. I'm currently... So I don't think I quite did the dirt right. Because it's... I tried spraying it. I went out there recently, just sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol, and then put on the scenic glue, which is not the Woodland Scenic, it's a custom mix. I followed some basic mixing stuff and just mixed it off of, what everybody said, this part water, this part glue, to this part, just slow. And so it worked, yeah, it sort of worked, but instead of holding down, it just kind of flakes off. So I think you're supposed to either, I don't know if it's diluted glue, or if it's, I don't know if it's diluted glue, or if it's just straight glue, but you're just supposed to put some white glue down. I figured that out after going back and watching some of the tutorials. I remembered, just I was like, oh, I totally forgot to put that down. So I'm probably just going to have to go out there, flip the board over, repaint the board, and then put the glue down, put the dirt down, and then and then seal all of it down with the proper stuff, and then I think we'll be done. So yeah. And then, or either that, or before I do anything, spray paint it again, and then go get my cork road bed, because I don't have any cork road bed, so probably have to go get the cork road bed and lay all that down first before I lay down the dirt, because that's actually how you're supposed to do it. But I don't care how you do it, because if you think, in the real world, the dirt is first, and then the roadbed and the track and the ballast is all after the dirt, because the dirt was already there. The dirt's always been there. Exactly. So I'm doing it just like anything would happen in the real world. You've got dirt, then roadbed, then track, then ballast. But after that, I'm making a backdrop, and I will probably put up a tutorial on how to create a backdrop. And I'm gonna do it out of masonite, because a lot of people say masonite is the way to go. So it's just I'm gonna use masonite. Okay, I'm going to use masonite. I know there's probably going to be some people that are like, no, use this instead. No, I think I'm going to use Masonite. Because I even found a video on YouTube that was creating a backdrop and they used Masonite. So I'm just going to use Masonite, and so, yeah. And, so that's going to get, ooh, it's kind of crooked. Look at one of the details here on my, something's wrong with that. Backdrop. That's a must. Because it's like, okay, so for taking pictures, I've just been using, excuse the folded over electrical tape. I didn't feel like peeling it off, so I just doubled it over. I went and just found a blue piece of construction paper and posted it behind my locomotive, and with some light, it looks like a sky. Both in person and on camera. So, but that's not been very helpful. And I don't want to go in and use construction paper. I want to paint my own backdrop, so I'm going to paint my own backdrop. So, yeah, that's, I think, that all the projects I have. Oh, no, it's not all the projects I have. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. Keep forgetting. I have to buy. Thing is, I'm saving up for a camera, so there's not a whole lot I can buy. Or a new camera. I may or may not save up for a new camera. It's a Sony something. I'll explain here in a minute. I've got some signals here. Now, these are not modern day signals, which I don't really care, because I see some older signals. Hold on just a second. Got a notification. So let me take this out of the package. This is an NJ International signal. It's a B&O signal, but I don't really mind. I have a block signal, but I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure if it, I'm not sure if it needs to, like, I don't know. But I've got to get some signal. I've got to get the, what's the company? Logic Railtech signal animation thing for both the block signals and these guys. I want to get the infrared version so that when I'm running at night, it can still detect. I've also got to put up, when I do get a chance, the crossing signals. I've got to get the Logic Railtech crossing signals animator things as well. And to make the gates go up and down, yes, because I am that meticulous, a tortoise switch machine, which one of these will do 2 crossings. So I've got to get another one, and that way I can do all 4 crossings. But that's another project after I get everything, like all the track laid, and then I've got to find the parts where I want the crossings. Because here's the thing. I've got the ballast and I've got everything to do ballasting. I'm just looking. So, using that ballast, it's actual mainline crushed rock. It's crushed rock. Before I ballast anything, I gotta figure out where my crossings are gonna go. And then that way I can put the crossing pieces in, and then I'll ballast that. And because I will be using these handy dandy nifty little using these handy dandy little tools, This is from Process. Process. Wrong side, doofus. However you say that. The ballast spreader, which I don't know what part number this is, or don't know what number this is. And then a glue applicator, which is BS-Fix-01. So, there you go. So I'll be using those to apply the ballast. Ow, I hit my foot on something. So I'll be using those to ballast, and those both have handy dandy little switch pieces that can shut off the flow. Well, yeah, the ballast one does. What about the glue? You know what? I haven't actually. Let's open this. I haven't actually. There it goes. Just rip it open. When in doubt, break it open. That didn't work. Here we go. I'm gonna cut my hand on that staple there. Ow. Nope, that was not the staple though. This is fun. There's the staple. Now I can take it out and carefully set it aside. There's the syringe. Whoops. Dropped something. What's that? Guess I'll figure it out. Got a syringe to put the glue in, put it in the thingamabobber. What's this? Oh, wait. I think I know how this works. Or there. It goes on one of these. That's what the instructions say. It says on these little things right here. Let's flip it. Ah! Nope, that didn't stay. Guessing it's just like a, I don't know. I'll figure it out, but do I just need to, what is this? Oh, it's a magnet. It's a magnet! I'm sorry. So, 1/4, so 1 turn, let's glue out. Not on the rails, only on the ballast. Only on the ballast. Yeah! Only on the ballast. Sorry, I'm doing that on purpose. Making my voice crack on purpose. least I've got a new syringe so that when I put other types of glue down, like if I have like gluing a tree in place or gluing like something in place that's in the tight spot to reach, just gotta barely apply it. Anyways, we'll go through that away. So I've got to get all the stuff for that stuff, but eventually everything will be in place and will work. I've also got one more project, I think. At least one more project. I have several projects. This old lifelike bridge. As you can see, I've filed away the little nubs where the tracks go, or where the tracks seat onto. I've painted it green. I don't know if you can tell, but I painted it green. And all I need to do is get a piece of styrene. I probably should repaint it, and put several coats on, and get up into the tight areas, and then probably seal it with some dull coat so it doesn't rub off. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, probably seal it with some dull coat. Anyways, I need to get a piece of styrene to lay in, because that's how it is. And I don't want the track to sag. So I'll get a piece of styrene and lay it in as a deck. Paint it like concrete, lay it in, and then I'll have a bridge. I'll have a bridge that I could use on the layout. It's not going to be lettered or anything. It's just going to be painted green. So, it's another one of my projects that I've got several projects. About the camera. What's the camera name? Let me go put this back over here. I forgot what the camera name is. Let me grab a drink of water right quick. Okay. Google. No. Don't do that. Sorry, having technical difficulties. There it is. Okay. So it is the Sony Handycam FDR AX, not AC, AX33. So that is a quite expensive camera. And it shoots in 4K, 60 frames per second. Fan-freaking-tastic camera. As I like to say, fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know why I just checked in there, but that's pretty much I've got to save up. They're like, I think it's on, oh god, it's a little less than 700 on Best Buy. A little less than 700 at Best Buy. So I've got like, where's my wallet? Judging by the state that this won't even hold it on anymore, I've got one of those stupid little kid magnetic wallets. Because I got it like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember when I got this thing. But I got it quite a while back. Don't remember who got it for me either. But obviously can't hold $140. Or, let's see what kind of cards I've got in here. Got a library card. Cards are stuck. Good grief. There it goes. Let's see, got my library card. Wait, what did it say? Responsibility does not end until card. Wow. Responsibility. Okay, so it says card holder is responsible for all materials charged to this card. Responsibility does not end until card is returned or reported lost or stolen to the library. Okay. Interesting, my glasses keep falling down. And I've got, oh my gosh, this was for my first time at the train show. And when was that? 2013. 2013. That was 6 years ago. This card is 6 years old. Not as old as this wallet, or no. It's older than this wallet. Get it right, brain. That's what it is. It's from my first train show. First time I went, God, my voice cracked. First time I went to a train show, the one that's now in Plano. Oh, that's the wrong end. It's the wrong end. There it goes. So, got 140. Well, yeah, got 140. Let's see what we got in here to talk about. We have some tracks. Ooh. Ah, yeah. I can do a tutorial on this. So now it's just, it looks just like a jumbled pair, or not jumbled pair, but a jumbled bunch of wires. But this is actually completely different than just a bunch of wires. These are those, I forget what brand makes them. They're complete metal street lights. And I can show you how to wire these up in parallel. I just don't have the time right now. And they're all wired in parallel, so you flip one switch and it all comes on. So I could probably do a tutorial if you guys would want that. I don't know if you would or not. There's a big ball of electrical tape. Can't talk about that. Ooh, there's some spare railroad ties. There's some spare railroad ties. Just trimming. That's not what I want. I need to trim the spikes off as well for what I'm using them for. Hopefully that worked. So here's what you do. Get some spare ties. Let's see. No, well, it needs to be this way. So you've got your track, but your track has a gap in it. Oh no. You just break off one of these ties. No, don't do that. Take one of your ties. Ta-da! you can probably trim these end pieces, but ta-da! Yeah, you can definitely trim the end pieces. There's not a gap anymore. It just looks completely natural. There's probably something else in here we can talk about. Oh, no, I do have something else to talk about. Not in here, no. I found this yesterday. Not in here, it's not in this drawer. But I found this yesterday while I was out rail fanning. So, on that gravel road that is right beside me, there's some old railroad ties that are embedded into the ground. And I was walking around, found this. It goes perfectly with my collection. It's a freaking tie plate! This thing is like 4 or 5 pounds. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's a freaking tie plate. It's not that way. It's that way. You can see that's where the rail goes. Right there. And those are the spikes. And that holds it to the tie. It's a freaking tie. I'm not joking. This thing is like 4 or 5 pounds. So it goes along perfectly with my collection because I collect railroad ties. So it's a new piece in my collection. Now, next step, train horn. I just can't wait to finally get something else that's of important significance. Railroading items. I keep collecting lots of railroad items. Yeah, I'm a railroad junkie. I collect lots of railroad junk. Hence the name Junkie. Because I just collect junk that nobody else really cares about. God, this thing is heavy! And there was also some railroad spikes embedded in the ground that were in perfect condition. But, like, it was weird. They were in perfect condition, but I couldn't get them out of the ground because they were literally embedded. So they would have made great examples, or great pieces. But next time I go out there, I'll have to take something stronger than just some scissors. I'll probably have to take like a whole. It'd probably take a whole excavation team to get it out. But I think I'm gonna end the stream. I've been streaming for like 40 something minutes now, so I wanna do something else now. So thank you guys for watching. See you all later. Goodbye.